Hi, I'm Ed Kelley, editor of the Oklahoman. Burns Hargis might become the latest in a series of non-traditional candidates to head up what used to be one of the most traditional jobs in Oklahoma, that of a college president. Hargis is the Oklahoma City banker, lawyer, political commentator, and civic leader who quit OSU's Board of Regents the other day in order to consider pursuit of the school's presidency. State law won't allow an OSU regent to pursue an OSU job for at least a year. So Hargis quit and, in a very public way, clearly stated why he was doing so. He didn't exactly say he was a presidential candidate, but walked right up to openly campaigning for the job. My guess, Hargis wouldn't be doing any of this if he didn't think he had a shot to be OSU's next president. Whether he's successful or not, Hargis is going where other notable Oklahomans have gone in the last 10 to 15 years. It used to be that most presidents of colleges, large and small, came from a deep academic background. They worked as a professor, then a department chair, then a dean, and maybe a provost before assuming a presidency. Case in point is David Schmidley, who left OSU in March to become president of the University of New Mexico. Schmidley did all of that before taking the position at OSU. His academic background is in science, and he is a PhD. But his counterpart at OU, David Bourne, did none of that. There weren't years of toiling in academia. Bourne spent nearly 3 decades in elective politics before assuming OU's presidency in 1994. He came right from the U.S. Senate, where he managed a small staff, to OU, where he oversees a billion-dollar operation. But he's done all right for himself in OU, don't you think? He's not alone. George Nye, the popular former governor and lieutenant governor, had a successful stint in the 1990s as the president of the University of Central Oklahoma. Like Bourne, he came from the political arena to the campus. Same thing for Glenn Johnson. He's a former speaker of the Oklahoma House who recently completed nearly 10 years running Southeastern Oklahoma State University in Durant. And I'm old enough to remember when Nye's successor at UCO, Roger Webb, once ran the Oklahoma Department of Public Safety in the 1970s before taking a college job. There's just as good of an example of a non-traditional hire at a private school, Oklahoma City University, where Tom McDaniel was president. He spent the bulk of his career as an executive at Kerr McGee before becoming a college president. All of these men came from way outside the ivory tower. All of them except Nye are lawyers. Most importantly, they also share another commonality. All of them have had successful college presidencies. Let's face it, the job of a college or university president has changed greatly. Much of the focus today is on fundraising, whether working the political process at a public school or raising money from private donors. To be a successful fundraiser takes a skill set that eludes many otherwise smart people, and that includes academics. Successful presidents also have to have a marketing quotient that elevates the profile of their institution, much like that of a business or a winning politician. Whether this is what OSU wants in its next president remains to be seen, but there's certainly plenty of precedents for it in Oklahoma.